History is not just a record of events. It's a battleground of clashing ambitions, ideologies, and legacies. From the blood-soaked fields of ancient empires to the shadowy corridors of modern power, rivalries have shaped civilizations, redrawn maps, and rewritten human destiny. Today, we're diving into the greatest rivalries in history, conflicts so intense, they still echo in our world today. Strap in. This is a journey through time you won't forget. Welcome, history enthusiasts. Today's video is a saga of giants, of leaders, nations, and visionaries who locked horns in battles of wit, will, and warfare. Before we begin, smash that like button if you're ready to explore history's fiercest duels, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's unravel these epic tales together. Our first rivalry begins in the smoldering ashes of the Mediterranean, where two civilizations fought not just for land, but for survival. Rome versus Carthage, a 120-year clash known as the Punic Wars. Picture this: Carthage, a naval superpower with unmatched wealth, and Rome, a rising republic hungry for dominance. When Hannibal Barca marched elephants over the Alps to invade Rome itself, it wasn't just a military maneuver, it was a declaration: victory or annihilation. Rome's eventual triumph didn't just destroy Carthage, it birthed an empire that would rule the known world. But ask yourself, what if Carthage had won? Would Latin be a forgotten language? Would our laws, our roads, our very concept of empire look different? That's the weight of rivalry. Fast forward to the 20th century, where rivalry took on a new, terrifying form, not with swords, but with ideologies. The Cold War, capitalism versus communism, USA versus USSR, a 44-year standoff that held the world hostage under the shadow of nuclear annihilation. This wasn't fought on battlefields, but in proxy wars, space races, and propaganda. When the Soviets launched Sputnik, America responded with Apollo 11. When the US boycotted the 1980 Olympics, the USSR retaliated in 1984. Yet this rivalry wasn't just destructive. It accelerated technology, inspired espionage lore, and redefined global diplomacy. But at what cost? Families divided by the Berlin Wall, nations torn apart by puppet regimes. Rivalry, here, was a double-edged sword. Not all rivalries are fought with armies. Some are waged in the realm of ideas. Take the Renaissance's creative clash. Michelangelo versus Leonardo da Vinci, Florence, 1504. The city commissions two geniuses to paint opposing walls of the same hall. Leonardo's Battle of Anghiari versus Michelangelo's Battle of Cascina. It was more than art. It was a duel between Leonardo's scientific precision and Michelangelo's raw emotional power. Though neither mural was finished, their competition ignited the High Renaissance. Imagine, had they collaborated, would we have the Sistine Chapel, the Mona Lisa, or did rivalry force them to reach heights they never would alone? Now, let's talk about a rivalry that's in your pocket right now. Apple versus Microsoft, Jobs versus Gates. The 1980s tech war that defined our digital age. Steve Jobs, the visionary perfectionist, versus Bill Gates, the pragmatic strategist. Apple's sleek design versus Microsoft's universal software. Their feud wasn't just corporate, it was philosophical. Jobs accused Gates of having no taste. Gates fired back that Jobs was weirdly flawed. Yet, this rivalry gave us the personal computer, the smartphone, and the internet as we know it. Every time you swipe a screen or click like, you're living in the world their rivalry built. So, what's the lesson here? Rivalries aren't just about winners and losers. They're catalysts. They force innovation, expose flaws, and test the limits of human ambition. But they also remind us of the cost: lives lost, cultures erased, and the thin line between progress and destruction. From ancient empires to Silicon Valley, rivalry is the engine of history. It's messy, brutal, and often tragic. But without it, would we ever push boundaries? Would we ever evolve? If you're as obsessed with history's twists and turns as I am, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because next week, we're tackling history's most daring escapes. Could you survive a POW camp or a medieval siege? Let's find out. Leave a comment below. Which rivalry shocked you the most? And as always, stay curious.